Hey everyone, it is Friday. You know what time that is? It is time for 7 Habits of Happy Kids. But I have to admit, I'm a little bit sad because this is our last story. This is the seventh habit. Can you believe it? The summer went so fast. I hope that you guys enjoyed all the stories that we've read so far. And I hope that you've learned and you guys are using some of the 7 habits. So, without any more to say, we're going to get right into this story and the 7 habits. The seventh habit, that is. And habit 7 is sharpen the saw. Balance feels best. And the name of our story is Goob and his grandpa. Goob Bear and his grandpa did everything together. They collected bugs at Fisheye Lake. They went on long hikes in the far north woods. They climbed trees and ate honey out of beehives. And they loved to wrestle on the living room floor. I love you, little goober head, Grandpa would say. I love you too, Grandpa, Goob would answer. You're my best friend. Who likes to hang out with their grandma and grandpa? I'm a grandpa, so I love to read stories to my granddaughter and hang out with her. One Monday morning, Goob didn't show up at school. Miss Hoot said, Class, I'm really sorry to tell you that Goob's grandpa died yesterday. Goob won't be coming to school this week. Please try to cheer him up. At times like this, you really need your friends. I think Mrs. Hoot is right. When you're feeling sad, it's good to have your friends around you. Late at recess, the gang got together. That stinks, said Lily. I'll bet Goob misses him so much. I think we should go see him, said Pokey. I don't know if he'll want to see anyone right now, said Sophie. He's in mourning. That's a big word, mourning. Do you know what that means? Mourning is when you're feeling sad about something. Well, said Sammy, what would you want if your grandpa died? I'd want my friends to be with me, said Tagalong Alley. After school that day, everyone showed up at Goob's house. He was sitting in his backyard, feeling sad. Hi, Goob, said Lily. We came to see you. We're really sad about your grandpa, said Pokey. He was a really great guy. Thanks, Pokey. I'm sad too. I don't know if I'll ever be happy again, Goob said. If you're sad, then we're going to be sad with you, said Jumper. They all huddled around Goob and they were all sad together for a long time. When it was time for the gang to go home, Goob felt a little better. So you see, it's good when your friends take time to spend with you and help you. And they didn't even have to say anything. They just were together with Goob, and that was good enough. The next day, everyone got together to make a plan. They knew that Goob needed friends, so each day after school, one of them would visit Goob. On Tuesday, Sammy and Sophie showed up with their walking sticks and took Goob on a long walk in the far north woods. That was invigorating, said Sophie. And fun too, said Goob. Grandpa loved to walk in the woods. I like to go hiking too. It's fun to be out in nature. And it's good exercise. On Wednesday, Pokey took Goob to Fisheye Lake to look for bugs. Now you know Goob's favorite thing to do is to look for bugs. On Thursday, Lily and Tagalong Alley helped Goob get some honey out of a beehive in a tree. Lily was scared of the bees, but Allie thought they were cute. And on Friday, Jumper agreed to have a wrestling match with Goob on his living room floor, just like Goob did with his grandpa, right? It wasn't much fun for Jumper because Goob kept squishing him, but Goob had a great time, so Jumper was happy. Even Goob's mom didn't mind. Look at Big Goob squishing little Jumper. But they're having fun. On Saturday, they all came to visit Goob again. We brought you something, said Sophie. It's a honey chocolate cake, said Lily. We made it ourselves. Don't worry, we followed the recipe this time. Remember, Lily didn't follow the recipe when she made that pecan pie and it was yuck. That's my favorite, Goob smiled. So can you see Goob is smiling now? Think he's not feeling sad anymore. I made you a card too, said Tagalong Allie. Allie opened up the card and read it out loud. Dear Goob, I'm so sad your grandpa died. He was your best friend. Now me and Jumper and Pokey and Wee Wee and Sophie and Sammy will be your best friends forever. I love you, Allie. Jumper started crying and Goob gave him a hug. Thanks, Tagalong Allie, said Goob. That means everything to me, and thanks for being my friends. You guys are the best. I'm going to miss my grandpa, but I don't feel sad anymore. Look at that. Smiles all around. Smiles all around for everyone. Can you see that? That's pretty cool. And that is the end of our story. Can you believe it? Our 7 Habits series is up. But I'm going to find other books for us to read because I enjoy reading to you guys. And I hope that you've enjoyed listening to the stories. So, you know what time it is, right? It is time for us to talk about it. So let's talk a little bit. So, here are a few questions to see if you were paying attention while we read the story. And the first question is, why did Goob miss school? Think about that. What happened? That was what the story was all about, right? Have you ever lost anyone close to you? How did it make you feel? What do you like to do with your grandparents? How did Goob's friends cheer him up? If this happened to you, what would you like your friends to do to cheer you up? When you feel sad, what do you like to do to feel better? So, like always, there are always some strategies that we want to share with you, some things that you can try so that you can practice the habits that we've learned together so far. And remember, this habit for this story, the 7th habit, is sharpen the saw, which means balance feels best. So here's some things that you can do. Write a note to someone you know who has lost a loved one. Second thing you can do is talk to your parents about what you can do or will do when your family loses a loved one. Third thing you can do is go for a walk and look for beautiful things that make you happy. Fourth thing you can do is draw a picture of you and your grandparents and have your grandparents send it to them. And the fifth thing you can do is learn more about your family's history by talking to your parents and grandparents about your ancestors. So, that is the end of our 7 Habits series. I'm going to come up with some other really cool books and we'll keep reading together. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.